Check 1, check 2, check 3. Are we live? I think we're live. I think we're live. Hello everyone, welcome on in. This is a Get at Milton. This is definitely a Get at Milton. Now I've invited him to talk, obviously maybe a bit short notice tonight, but I've just added him on Discord and told him, really, again, bro, once more stating so much opinion as facts, no positives or quickly glossing over so you can get your critical shit in, always presenting it in such a negative light. What happened to literally one of your last videos saying you weren't going to be so negative? When are you free, man? I could debate so many of your points and I could probably agree to some too. But we are going to go in hard. I'm going in hard on Milton and some other miserable motherfuckers. Sorry, swearing, stop swearing. Miserable son of a git. Always got to cry about Grounded dying or I've got to move on to another game. Who cares, bro? Go and play your life. Go and play other games. Instead of just whinging from 20 different live streams and videos. Oh, the game's dying. Oh, I've got nothing else to do. Oh, I'm creatively bankrupt. That's the truth of it. When you see creators saying something's dead and the game's only just come out, no, it's not. It's they have run out of ideas. They haven't got the easy picking fruit. Or they're not doing what I'm doing, which is lots of clickbait and leaks. To be real. Like, there's a thing to it. But I want to get into it anyway. I'm not calling anyone names. Just saying there's definitely something wrong with the way that some people portray stuff so negatively all the time. And it does annoy me. It does. And you can call me a grounded simp. You can do this, do that, whatever. But no. So do you want me to react to Milton's video live? Or should we just chat while I play the game? What do you mother truckers want me to do? And let me tag him in the official Discord. I'd love to, I honestly, no hate. I'd like a really civil conversation with Milton. I've wanted to for ages. I tried suggesting it a couple of years ago, but he never really took any notice. I would love to have a great chat with Milton because I agree with a couple of his points. I do. And I thought he turned a corner. I thought he was like saying that he wasn't going to be so negative anymore and that the game was, it was good and he enjoyed it, but he's played it too long and all this. And I thought, you know what, fair play. And he said he's recognised that he's been too negative. Then literally 5 days later, Grounded's dead. Grounded haven't give us an update, so it's dead. Like, come on now. Like, are you that obvious? And it does the job right. It gets him views. So that's fine. Don't get me wrong. If people are being crap in your stream, you've got every right to tell them to ban them. Like, you don't have to put up people saying you're so negative. But likewise, a bit of constructive criticism is always good. I've got no problem with people giving Grounded constructive criticism. I've got a problem with people milking it to death and basically doing it just because they're negative. The Grounded updates have been known for a long time. We knew we wouldn't be getting updates like we were with Grounded every 4 to 5 months. It won't allow you to join. I don't know. You better check your settings, mate. Sign in and sign out. Who knows? All right. No, because I've called him out before. More. I think. Yeah, it might have been because I leaked. I think the first one he bitched at me about was me leaking the Mantis, and that I refused to just go along with this narrative at times that Grounded's dead. In fact, I gave him some constructive criticism. I've still got the messages, and I wasn't really that harsh. I was just like, go easy, man. Like, what are you doing with your life? I know it is to fall out of love with a game. And he sent me back the most just over the top shit. Oh, my channel's going to be bigger than yours. Your channel's dead. You can't even get so many views. This was when I was on my older channel. and I was going through a tiny bit of a lull, but then I had like Valheim come out and give me like 2 million views that next month. And yeah, he was just rock wild. So after that, I've tried ignoring, but yeah. I will agree that it's weird how the Grounded team have basically moved on to another game. That's one of the points Milton said. I agree with that. However, he doesn't give any context. He doesn't explore why they might have moved on. It's just a case of like, no, you know, they're not doing it anymore. When you could say, well, maybe they'll get the chance to work on an even bigger project. Maybe they're going to be working on Fallout New Vegas sequel. Something that has been long rumoured, and Obsidian made the first one. Who are you going to get to make the next one? Let's give it to the guy that's already given us 25 million players playing Grounded, and it's the most successful game they've had in years. That is my thinking. Yeah, so maybe that's one reason. Another reason might be maybe the devs are just sick of Grounded. Maybe the rest of them. Adam's kind of like keen, but the rest of the guys were like, you know what? We've done so much work with the bugs. I think I'm good. Let's try something more experimental. Let's try something indie, smaller. Not indie, but, you know, smaller scope. Let's try something different. And obviously Xbox was like, well, we need the money, bro. You can't give up this game. Like, we need that money. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's organise another team to come sit in. But the fact is, again, he could have found this out because it's been put on across lots of videos from me and other creators too, that the devs haven't exactly walked away. They helped prep the game for its early access release. They helped the design. I spoke to Adam Brennicky myself in the offices of Obsidian, and they said that they have had a hand in a lot of the design and basically laying stuff out. IDOS have definitely done the work for sure, but the idea, the premise, it's not like it's a lower quality game. And you can argue Grounded 1's better than Grounded 2, but please stop comparing a full release game to Grounded 2. Like, that's just so stupid. There's also false equivalencies as well. Yeah, pretty much Gandalf. That was it. No Man's Sky, great game. It does get a bit boring, can't lie. I don't like the movement in it. But I'm always proud that they managed to get up. Well, why should I be proud? But I'm glad they managed to turn shit around. I honestly am. I think it's great that they managed to become like this amazing game. I'm always promoting them on my other channel. I used to cover quite a lot of their updates. And just saying, yeah, what a great game. They've come round full circle after being so bad. Exactly. Now, the thing is, you could argue, you can put the game is dead and everything. But how many videos are you going to do in it? How many times are you going to tell your community you're quitting? Like, just go, bro. You've said it. You said it in your last video. Were you positive? Okay, cool. We'll see you back. I'm disappointed the update hasn't dropped early. I think Milton is as well, by looks of things. I get that. I do. But nowhere did the devs say it was dropping. Milton pulled a release date out of his arse, saying it was going to come on the 1st September. No one had said that date. I mean, I'd been telling everyone, because I freaking knew, it's going to come out 2 months after the release. So that will be the end of September. I just thought there might be a bit of hope it got pushed forward a little bit, since they were hyping stuff up. And he's right. I'll sped through it, because I don't want to spend too long on it. That they didn't show anything at PAX, and it was a bit of a nothing burger. And he's kind of right. They could have shown a bit more of what they were talking about. But the whole point of these PAX panels really is to get that kind of across to fans, like get them asking questions in that public setting. It's a marketing, it's a media thing. It's not always to show huge amounts of new stuff that they're going on. In fact, a couple of times they have shown stuff off, it's been by accident, or they really did go there to show off a brand new update because it was early access and it was drawing up some support. So he can have that right. Like I said, I want a nice debate. I really want to talk about things because I think it's better to try and get the other point of view sometimes. But then, it's just making it like the stream wasn't entitled that. The stream was never entitled, come check out Axel. I thought they would show Axel because of the hype, but they didn't for whatever reason. But they never said that themselves. They never said they was going to release the date on it. So who's disappointed then? Like, whose fault is it to be disappointed? Well, it's my fault for hyping you guys up, maybe. But it's also Milton for saying the update was coming out on the 1st. So if anyone's to blame, it's us. You know, like, we're the ones that keep doing it. Because we're excited. Well, I'm excited. I feel like Milton and a few other creators are only excited about just the pure content. Like, I want content, don't get me wrong. Gets me loads of views, gets me lots of money. But I'm also quite happy just to carry on doing what I'm doing. I've got so many videos in my head I want to do. I want to do proper ultimate guides for every kind of location we found. Problem is they take a bit longer to do now because I want to make sure my quality is better than it has been in the past. So I need time. And at the moment I'm trying to move house. I've got lots of stuff going on. I haven't got a whole day to make one video. But I am planning to. That's what I'm going to be doing in about 3 weeks, 4 weeks time. Mate, Fez, I've got a Fez. I used to. Well, my rat bag's got a Fez in the background. Like, we all want content, right? I know so many of you blitz through the game and stuff, but it is an unusual mix. I concede that Grounded 2 is a weird one. It feels much more advanced than the first one, but it also feels left back. Because we are kind of expecting a lot of the stuff we saw in Grounded 1. But that's never how sequels work, really. In God of War, you play both of them games that have come out recently. They always put you back at the beginning and you've got to relearn your powers. Like, it's never a case of, like, you just jump straight into the sequel and you've got so many players. There's definitely games that could be dead. And I don't even mind the thumbnail, but it's these assertions. He claims that Grounded had a better support base, or that it never got peaks of updates when updates came in. He was basically trying to say that no one's going to return for these updates. No, go and check the Steam page yourself. They're free weekend, so that contributes a bit. But if you take a look, one of the biggest peaks Grounded actually ever had was double the amount nearly of its release on Steam, and it wasn't a free weekend. I do believe it was the hazy, the Doom and Shroom update, and it wasn't a free weekend, it was the month after. So this idea that games can't suddenly get more players or get close to what they had at launch is just nonsense. And it's that kind of stuff that annoys me, because it's always putting it in this negative spin, spouting it as facts, when we can all go and check the Steam pages. Oja, thank you very much for trying, man. You've put a lot of effort into that. I appreciate you, bro. And historically, the one that really pissed me off, that makes me want to talk to him and understand him, you know, break him down a little bit, was literally a week after the game released in 1.0, practically. 2 weeks. All right, maybe I'm not spouting facts, but it was very soon after release. Grounded's not going to get any more updates. Remember that video, everyone? Remember that one? Grounded's done. The dev team have finished. It hasn't sold enough copies. And then a few months ago, he did a video showing how much copies Grounded sold on Steam, because he found it on a Ventures site. Yet anyone with any knowledge of how Steam games are sold, which I've been saying for years, could tell you they've sold like 4 million copies on Steam. It's always been successful. Just because it's on Game Pass, yes, it has a lot of people that don't buy the game, but it's got a lot of people that do buy the game. But he finally admitted that a year after. And then look at the video. There won't be a Grounded 2. There won't be a Grounded 2. Can you find that video of Milton's? No, because he can't even stand by his own mistakes. He deleted it. Now, I said there won't be a Grounded 2 in 2025. And that was based on a lot of assertions as well. But I was saying I hope so. I really hope it comes out. I wasn't doing it to just say that's it, that's the end of Grounded. And when it came out, I left my video. And you see all the comments trolling me, going, oh, the future says you got it wrong. You got to own that shit. Deleting them kinds of videos is a bad deed. Yes, and the main one why I don't like Milton. or haven't in the past, and you can change. And I thought last week's video I saw from him, or the other day, where he said he knows he's been negative, I thought, you know what, yeah, maybe I understand how that feels. I've been like that with Ark. Maybe we can find some common ground here. Just for lols. Just be interesting, right? You'd love to see a debate between me and him, surely. He did. He was cussing out the devs. He wasn't just saying, oh, this is stupid. Whoever designed this, man, they need to do better. It was, these guys have got to get fired. These guys are idiots. And that may have been watched by maybe certain developers, because maybe at the time a certain community manager may have posted on Twitter that be careful what you say in streams, because sometimes they are watching and they'll take notice, obviously, if someone is bad mouthing them to a personal degree. You can say the game shit. You can say everything doesn't work. You can say you wish the devs sped up updates. I did that when Grounded first came out. But the minute you start really cussing them out, and that's why he's never been on Casually Grounded. Never been invited. The only reason he got a review code for Grounded 2 was because some idiot who works for Xbox PR went through YouTube, looked up the 20 most viewed Grounded tubers. That's how I got my... No, I didn't. I got my key because of some contacts. And just sent a key. You can bet your bottom dollar, I don't think necessarily Obsidian deal with that kind of thing. They don't really sort out keys. It is down to pretty much the Xbox marketing folks. But if they had a say in it, I don't know. You'd have to ask them, I guess. But since he's never been on Casually Grounded, never been featured on socials, when lots of other streamers, tiny streamers, people who've fucking played Grounded once have been on that show, it happens. Now, I criticised skin packs recently, the Founders Pack. I still don't like them. I just want there to be free ones. It's that simple. And I know I might have pissed off the devs with the way I did it, because I was a bit bitchy on Twitter about it. But you know, when I saw the devs, I said sorry to one of them, the Cindy who does the socials, because I know it's not her role. She's just got to tweet this shit out, what she's been told to tweet and stuff. And it was down to us finding the leaks anyway, because some stupid idiot creator went and showed the menu, so they had to hurry up time. And that's what you do. You own your mistakes. You say, hey, shit, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have been abusive to the devs. Oh, and yeah. I'm going hard. I'm getting it out of my system. And then we're going to carry on doing stuff. That they Grounded devs never address the critical feedback from Grounded 1. Fuck you, man. Go and look at the suggestions page for Grounded 1 in Discord. Go and look at all the quality of life stuff and all the improvements they added, because the community wanted it. You can't keep saying shit like that when it's just not true. What you mean is they didn't respond to your personal criticism at all times. That's very different. Now, if the reviews for Grounded 1 were in like 50%, 60% positive, and a lot of people were complaining about the same things, I could back him up and go, yeah, you know what, you're right. They didn't fix up enough in Grounded 1. But that's not how it works. Grounded 1 had like a 90% positive rating for a while. I think it only dipped to like 89, 88% for some reason. I don't know what it is at the moment. Someone go and check it on Steam for me. So saying that they don't respond to critical feedback. No, they don't respond to your fucking feedback. What they do respond to is all the feedback they get from hundreds and hundreds of thousands of reviews, not just some miserable old git. They respond to the sales. Grounded had its problems. We can criticise the multiplayer. It was bad. It was, and I'm not too sure it's any better with number 2 yet. Lag and desync and not being able to play with your friends properly. That sucked. It did. But other than that, I can't really think of anything really wrong with it. Grounded 1 is 92% positive, yet Milton will have you believe that the game had lots of problems. They didn't address critical issues, when if that was the case, the reviews would say different. If you chat shit about something, back it up with receipts. You can make a lot of good points, hopefulness, but when you go and check someone's YouTube page and there's like 8 out of the last 10 videos are negative, when does it become just pointing out some constructive stuff, and when is it actually just milking it because he's just creatively bankrupt, got nothing else to make content on? He used to do great guides. I don't know why Milton stopped more with the guides. He did his like Wish I Knew earlier and a few, but that's how at first, you know, believe it or not, Mediocre Milton doesn't realise he inspired me a little bit to make my second channel, because almost directly after we had a little argument, I was thinking about making another channel anyway, because I wanted to play some different games and sort out separate survival games. And I was seeing that lots of the grounded tubers were getting good views, and my grounded videos were still getting good views, but not as many sometimes as them, because I was covering other games. I was covering Valheim, I was covering Rust on console, I was covering every other game under the sun. So I said, oh, do you know what? Maybe I need to make a second channel where I just cover mainly grounded or like kids survival games. And it was the best thing I ever did. My second channel's been more popular than the main. I've put more time into it. I've got 60,000 subs for a second channel. I've left my poor 197,000k subs dying a little bit, but it's still there. I can still make content on it when I want. But yeah. Sorry, people, and that's it. I have not been looking at chat. I just went off on one. And yes, where's the videos where you say 20 things I like about Grounded 2? You know, where's that kind of love? Where's the love for other people in the community? Where's like finding out smaller tubers and giving them a heads up and stuff like that? Not just for Milton, but other people as well. The only one I think he repped was Original Ryan, and that guy was crying his eyes out because I got early access to Grounded 1. It's dead. Lack of content building for the last 2 weeks. No content for a month. Beat that when it last come out, and what, 3 months for more content? But it's not 3 months, is it, T-Bots? You're chatting shit already as well. We're getting an update at the end of the month. That's 2 months since its full release of early access. That's not a bad timeline to get a boss. For whatever reason, the boss probably should have come with the full release of early access. I can't deny that. I'm not trying to gloss over stuff. But it's that finality. People talk so much shit when they just don't look at facts. And that's what I can't stand. But this is what early access is. And Milton says that. He says this happens to a lot, so fair play. Like I said, I'm not trying to... I want a good debate with him. But we know that's early access. So if you know that's early access, why you keep making it a negative? You can go and play other games. You can do whatever you want. But it seems some creators are more upset that they have got to put more effort into guides, more effort into Let's Plays or 100 days or challenge videos. That's why Dinky and Para are fast approaching, going to overtake me and Milton. Me, because I haven't always been grounded focused. I've been concentrating on other stuff and doing other stuff on my other channel. And they are just down with it more. They know more about what the majority of the audience who are 12 to 18 want. They are like the new generation, and they're going to smash past me and Milton. And good luck to them. But they are sticking, they're making good content on the game. They might get a bit bored. I did a video saying Grounded was dead. But that was literally after the 1.4 update where they said they weren't going to be adding any more major content. Not fucking a month after early access. Shut the fuck up. And look at all the leaks videos that I've done. You can criticise them all day long, but they showed us so much coming to Grounded. You have to be a madman to think that there's not going to be a future for Grounded or lots of good stuff coming. He can. I was going to make it into a video and just react to it properly. But if you're watching Milton, don't take me cussing you out a little bit too hard, mate. We all know what you wrote on them messages back to me ages ago. But I'm willing to give a good fair chance. Let's battle for the soul of Grounded 2. Let's have a good debate. No insulting. Let each other speak. Let each other make some points. I love a bit of debate, me, as you guys could probably tell. Let's get that going. Oh, options. You see the video. Oh, options. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know. I'm not everyone's favourite flavour at the moment. Forget Milton being a miserable son of a bitch. I know I've got a target on my back. But honestly, I'm trying to keep a lid on these leaks, man. I've opened Pandora's box, and now I'm struggling to keep them all back in. It's almost 11. Coffee. Hello. Yeah, and sorry, everyone. You know what? I did just go on a massive one. Because I was literally going to just be editing some shorts videos today. I weren't going to stream at all. And I saw that. I replied to him as well. I'm not bitching behind his back, by the way, people. I mentioned a while ago to him, let's do a podcast. He said, sure, when the views have dried up. And I have just responded when I saw it on there. So it's a bit short notice. I'm not saying he's had to come in and talk to me right now. I get it. But you know what? It'd be cool. If he wants to jump in right now, I'd love a chat with him. Next boxing match, I would love a fucking... I ain't gonna lie, I said that to someone else recently. Bare knuckle boxing though, yeah? None of this glove shit. You can say it's dead because of updates, but this has all been laid out. They said the updates wouldn't come out every 4 or 5 months, but they'd be bigger. They'd have more content in. There is a lot you can do in Grounded 2 right now. Definitely, if you're not into building bases, then maybe there isn't. Fair enough. But it's not a live service game. It's an early access title. It's not meant to be played every fucking single minute of the day for like 4 years. You should stream with other one creators. Yeah, Burnt Dog. I think me and we've been trying to do a LA reunion podcast with me. I'm Jade, Para, and Dinky. And I think we've got some plans as well. There's a big event coming soon. Apex. Maybe that'll happen soon. Yeah, you probably say won't go, don't care. Like, and you know what? I've been trying to avoid getting into kind of any beef with anyone because, man, I do get into beef with quite a lot of people because I'm outspoken. I am outspoken like Milton. And if, you know, I shit on Ark every chance I get because that game is absolute trash now. It was such an amazing game. It helped me become a YouTuber. But my God, the devs on that game have just ruined it with their publisher being so greedy as well. So I get a lot of shit for criticising that game. And I stopped playing it. You know, I come back and do a few videos on it sometimes when something's really pissing me off. Oh my God, I'm stuck in the apple. No, there we go, I'm out. And yeah, that was the main one. The one that really pissed me off was after Christmas when he said it wouldn't get any more updates. And the comments in it were just like, yeah, this game's dead. The Yuppie Yard update was rubbish. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, shut up, man. The game is fire. What the fuck are you lot talking about? Like, the game was great. Maybe it didn't meet everyone's expectations with the 1.0 update, but no one can deny the amount of new stuff we had in it was fantastic to fight. It's crazy. And that did put people off. And then the devs got it in the ear a little bit. I think I remember Eric having to put out a tweet or something, or commenting in his live stream that they were getting a little bit more sort of pushback from people. And they'd only just launched the fucking game from 1.0. It was getting like 8 out of 10 scores by reviewers. It was on its highest position on Steam for ages. But your opinion matters, creators, when you get to a certain stage. And yeah, you don't have to be up developers' asses. You don't have to be like brown-nosing them. But be balanced and fair. Be a little bit more mindful about what you say and how you portray stuff. If it's not true, just don't do it. Jeffro, but they don't need to be interested. Why is this so hard to understand? You don't need to be interested to stay in Grounded. The idea that we're meant to be playing this game for the next 2 years continuously, that's rubbish. Look at Valheim. Fucking 14 months between major content drops. They did have a small one. That game is still sitting at like 92% high. People are still hyped as fuck for the 1.0. Like, you don't have to play a game. There are no games releasing content drops that quickly anymore. maybe Enshrouded, has probably been the only game that has released content so quickly in the last couple of years. And they've got a development team of like 50. They've got experience having been in the industry for years. They also worked on a game for 3 years before even released in early access. I agree, it might not have no replayable content just yet, but that will come. Just like it did with Grounded 1 when we got the remixers. From something I've saw today, I don't know if it's working. Options is going to pull the power out from my thingy. But it's early access, it's not an excuse. What do you mean it's not an excuse? That's the fucking label. Are you being a moron, Jeff, or what? Like, early access titles means they're working on the game. It's not meant to have updates that are finished and complete. The game's not meant to be like this perfect game before it releases. I was criticising Grounded for ages a couple of weeks ago about the performance and the crashes and everything else. If you want to criticise something, sure, do that. But don't bitch about something you read before you press buy on the fucking page. Like, who does that? Who does that? The only live streams like this, mate, I had 1,000 people in here watching me see the PAX news. I have had 200 to 300 people watching me every night I have streamed, just running around collecting materials. So, no, Nugsy, you're just very dim. I'm guessing you must be a Milton fucking simp or something. Sorry, but I'm going to go for it. Can't stand it. Can't stand this backward thinking. Early access isn't an excuse for your game crashing. You should be able to play your goddamn game without it crashing. 100%. You buy something, you expect to play it. Sure, some issues, sure, some bugs, maybe a crash now and then. Not a crash 8 times in like half an hour, as I've seen on some comments. That's not acceptable for any early access game. But lack of content, issues with skins and buggies disappearing, yeah, that's the early access template. That's what happens. It's rare to get a really perfect game. And that's fine, Timber. You can, mate, I don't care if people don't like spoiler content. That's fine. And yet, I agree, it can ruin the experience for people. It absolutely can. I've owned it and I've tried to reduce the kind of leaks I'm showing. But yeah, let me finish that one off. In the files today, we found something that has a countdown when you defeat the mysterious stranger. And honestly, it looks like a speedrunner overlay. It gave a score. It gave the time it took. It honestly feels like they're getting a speedrun mode for Grounded. Now, it was very basic. It might just be something implementing for Playgrounds. It might have been just a bit of a joke and a test with the developers seeing who could beat the boss in the quickest time and run through some stuff. It was a tiny little dev world with only the boss arena partially spawned in. But imagine a speedrun. That was a big suggestion from people. I said that. Loads of people said that for Grounded 1. When we was doing that Peeper challenge and stuff, people wanted to do speedruns. They've seen all the speedruns that, what's his name? Kazola. I can't remember the dude's name. Does it. Holy Cods something. So imagine a speedrun comes to Grounded 2. Yeah, I said like hardcore mode would be great. Like not WoW mode, but actual hardcore mode. We got to start down. And honestly, I'm learning about feedback. Like if you look at my thumbnails, I honestly am trying. I've even messaged Mudders Chudders today and said, you know, give him some compelling reasons to maybe not spoil stuff in the thumbnails. I've learned a few from my mistakes. I'm trying to white out stuff now if I'm doing it. Yeah, you could argue it's not really hiding that much, but I'm trying. Even on my shorts, I'm trying today. I'm putting like a 5-second warning before I start talking about something. Because there are some people that want this. And when there are quiet periods, when you haven't got content or updates, people live for this shit. That's why I'm getting so many views and stuff. Like, it just is. I can't satisfy everyone. And I do want to make more stuff that isn't leaked content. But this is kind of low-hanging fruit at the moment. Because there's so much coming. People just don't understand. There is so much that I've seen you wouldn't believe. Like, and I'm not showing it off. We're keeping it back in our Omni channel as well, in Grounded Discord, in my Discord. We're showing some bits off, and I'm going to only talk about things that are on the roadmap that have been leaked by the game devs themselves, or it's coming close to the update. Difficulty challenge, yes. 1 health challenge, that'd be sick. Instant gratification, 1 episode of a show isn't a week now. Yeah, you know what? And it's not even kids' faults, because Fortnite has fucked things. Netflix has fucked things. These games and stuff with getting constant updates, constant gratification, you're right. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I know. Look, options in a perfect world, I wouldn't do leaks at all. I wouldn't, but I do, and you know what? I'm learning as well now how to modify stuff and look into the files for a job that I've got coming up, and it's really. You know what? I want options. Pass this along. I'd love to see more of you guys talking about stuff that's coming, not stuff that's on the roadmap. And I know it's all timing and marketing, but the mechanics of stuff. Like I've been looking at your taming system. I know you guys were messing around with different types of taming systems, not just taking eggs, but like picking up bait, or potentially the buggies would have to be fed, or you had the different saddles that you'd have to craft. And maybe that's going to come in the future. But that's the kind of stuff we'd love to see a bit more on a live stream, talking about like how you came to the decision to do something or not. People love that. Big fans do anyway. But I know it's hard. I know it's hard to balance. And you know what? And the thing, no, he doesn't approve leaks. But the thing that is, it did kind of break me a bit. I remember Andy R said about the lizard leaks, and I put an apology video about the lizards last year, saying that I shouldn't have hyped up so much, thinking it was coming. So I am trying, and that's what you do. You try and grow. You try and change. If you keep doing the same shit but don't change, then you are just milking it or taking people for an idiot. But he was basically saying how leaks, what happens with leaks is people get hyped and excited for it. And then if they don't deliver on it, well, then, of course, they're disappointed. And Grounded devs and other devs don't want to see people disappointed. And it's such a valid thing. It really is. So I'm trying to show as much people, and I've been talking to other creators to get them to calm down and make sure they really put stuff in context. Stuff that's cut content. Stuff that might come, might not. Talk about why it could be difficult. Say it's definitely not coming. It's a flimsy excuse. You can still hate me, people. Yeah, how long the game devs? Yeah, that was a great question yesterday. Did you know? I honestly have got so many ideas I want to do. I want to do. I did ultimate guides for all the areas in Grounded 1. And I haven't done that yet. Like, I want to go and do an ultimate guide for the ice cream cart. There's not going to be as many people watching. The interest in Grounded is dwindling. But that's okay. Because then guides will stand the test of time and get me views over time. And I feel good that I've made a good guide. I'm trying to improve my quality. So I just need a bit of time. Because they do take longer. Like, for sure, maybe at times I've glazed Grounded too much. But comparing it to Ark, that's what I was going with Ark. I used to criticise Ark because, you know what? It was a fucking shit game. Like, they had so many problems. They ripped off players with DLC and early access. Their publisher wasted away all their money buying electric cars. It's got a toxic fan base. The devs have barely communicated at times with stuff. They've cancelled stuff. They've changed their mind about a free update and then made it a paid remaster. They are the optimum of not what to do. The only reason they're successful is because my dinosaurs. That's what I want Grounded to be. I want Grounded to go for it with these tames. I want Grounded to become like this amazing simulator of what you could do with bugs and stuff. Maybe that'll end up being Grounded 3 or something else. But it'd be so cool. And then last one. All right, last little funny one. I'm going to be showing it to you soon. Big shout out to Jace the Grey One. He's like some just mad wizard with the files and coding. He's working on something. I don't know if he'll ever get it to work properly, but he showed me today that he got the buggies controllable, and the buggies and creatures controllable. Oh fuck it! Do you know what? I'll show it now. Do you want to see it now, chat? Do you want to see it now? What I'm talking about? Let's get 100 likes on the stream, and I'll show it. It's not coming to the game. This is going to be a mod if it gets developed. It's not going to be something coming to the game, I'm sure of it. But it's just an idea of what could be, and if modders can get it. And we do need Grounded to get mods on Xbox somehow. Maybe the next version. Come on, 100 likes. What we've got? I've got 84 likes at the moment. Let's get there. I promise I'm going to show you something that will blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind. Oh, where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Not that one. Not that one. Yeah, that one. Oh no. Hang on, 2 seconds, people. 2 seconds. Ooh, Jace. I'm sure he won't mind me showing this one off. I think he's. I said I'd do it in the video. Here we go. 113 likes. Right, here we go. Imagine Grounded could have you playing as a bug. You could run around as an ant, run around as a spider. This is what this shit is right now. It's not gonna be a coming to the game. It's just purely him messing around with different controls and stuff. It could be a mod in the future. But how excited would you be if this actually arrived or happened? That'd be crazy, right? Imagine if it was a DLC. It'd be sick, having a proper battle with spiders and everything. Just playing it. You know, who's seen that game, The Isle? The one's been early access and the creative director's a weirdo freak. People love that game. Path of Titans. Maybe you can't do it too deep, but imagine in Playgrounds mode. Imagine in Playgrounds mode, you could do maps where you control creatures. You'd have to use the spider's ability to do parkour. No, I can't show you the DMs. Don't worry. Like, it would be sick, right? I was going to put it as a suggestion in Discord because I don't think I've seen that one. Let us play as bugs in Playgrounds mode. So yeah, that's what that is, people. It's not just watching animations. Jace is actually controlling the ant. He's got problems with the camera. He couldn't get it worked out. He said it's going to be really hard. I don't know if it's going to be a mod he'll be able to produce. But he could do the attacks and stuff. That would be sick, right? Yeah, that little boy yesterday said he wanted to be a grub or ride a grub. That would be amazing, honestly. And that's the kind of feeling that Grounded creators should have. It's a month after its early access release. If we didn't get an update for 6 months, I'd be like, come on now, you're being a bit slow. Where's these updates at? But to make so many videos already, basically saying the same thing. Grounded's, you know, done great, and, you know, it's early access title, but I'm still not happy with it, and I'm still going to shit on it. Like, just, nah, fam. No! I'll fight anyone. No, I'm not fighting. I'm a lover, people. I'm not a fighter. I've just got a big gob. I've got a big gob and impulsive brain. Yeah, play as the Dino mods. Yeah, it'd be sick. Honestly, if Jesse's still there, Jesse, please. Work on it for Playgrounds. Go on, get them coding boffins doing it. Imagine what we could do. We could play as a butterfly. We could do rings. Oh shit, mate! Raw science rings that you have to fly through on your butterfly, or as a butterfly. How sick will that be? To use the kids' terminology. What about a mosquito that you have to go and attack 20 targets in a short amount of time? The possibilities are endless. What you could do. Right, I did have a goal to do here. Orc from the raids, can you get their gold cards? Yes, you can, Isaac. Yes. Don't do the final mixer. Just keep killing orcs and keep getting the raids. They happen every night at like 8 o'clock, I do believe. I think someone said that to me. I could be wrong on that one. But there'll be more. They're going to add more. You don't need to panic. I've seen people panicking so much about getting the gold cards. Like, it will give you, what is it? Is it 40% extra damage or 30% extra damage for level 2? Level 3's 40, level 2's 30% extra damage, right? And level 1's 20. So it's not even that much. You highly doubt it'll be grounded free. No, why not? If this game's already sold 1 million copies on Steam. Like, it's done better than the original Grounded. You think about it coming to PlayStation again in the future, this time maybe a bit sooner, Switch 2, the next Xbox that's apparently going to have mods. The Grounded the Grounded TV show is technically still live. We haven't actually had any kind of comment saying it isn't. So, yeah, no, I think Grounded is a franchise. It's going to be a big one. Things can go wrong, for sure. But, no, I think it is. It's going to be one. Right, that's what I want. I want pods. Let's go and get pods. He didn't have them. Isaac. Yeah, so the update changed it. Previously, you was able to kill them and you wouldn't get a guaranteed gold card. But now you should get a gold card for at least for the wolf spider bandit. Adds a section for bosses in the actual bosses. Can't kill wolf spider, big scorpion for the great arm weapons. What a joke. Ricky, just put the game difficulty down on mild. Honestly, there's no harm in it. You can even do that when they add achievements. It doesn't take anything away from your achievements. You can still do it. What am I doing here? I'm looking for pods. Is there no pods on these plants? Bruh. Where's the pods at? I'm sure they're here. Oh, there's one. There's one. There's one. Bobby, yeah, and that's kind of criticism you can say. That early access is happening too much sometimes, or it's just become an excuse. But early access titles are not meant to be there to like fund development. They're meant to be there to get feedback. And this is it. I will challenge anyone. I've done the video. I went and showcased all the improvements that Grounded 1 did from the suggestions just before Grounded 2 released. And just like every suggestion the devs did, they added. They fixed pretty much. Like it was just rattling off all the old ones all the way through this quality of life feature. They added this, they changed this. So the idea that early access sometimes cannot be about that. It can be just about getting money to carry on developing it. And they don't really take much input at all. Is true, but not for Grounded. So you don't have to glaze things, but you don't have to play. Just go and do something different. Put it on WoW mode. If you never played WoW mode before, good luck. I don't even like it. I've only played it like twice and I practically cried. I was like, nah, I'm done, fam. I'm done. I do not want to sit here for half an hour fighting an ant. It's not for me. I want to do, once I get through my content, I want to do a challenge run. No buggies. No buggies playthrough. I'm pretty sure it can be done. Because you can use the bombs to get through the routes, right? And that's the only thing that you need to worry about. So, yeah, but you got to do everything. You can't just rush the boss fight. You got to do every part of the story. What the fuck am I looking for here? Bruh. There it is. No, clear. No, you son of a bitch. Right, clear all. Yeah, I'm right here. There should be some somewhere. There's like none, is there? We need more of these. Yeah, the resource finder's janky. Or it is showing the resources, but they've actually gone underground. That you can bitch about. If Milton wants to make a 20-minute video about that, fine. I respect that. destroy the lowest tier. Well, Ricky, it sounds a bit like a skill issue, mate. Sorry, but I did find the game a bit harder than original at first when I played it. And then it gets to a point where it becomes quite easy, to be honest. What is that? Oh, Jesus Christ, it's a wolf spider. But hey, we can fix this now. Ugh, look at its legs. Look at its legs. That is nightmare fuel. Let's get closer. Oh no, maybe it's because it's not rendering. Oh, no. Yeah, maybe. Go on, do the funky legs again. Do the funky legs. Hang on, let's see if this works. Game repair. Fix bug locations. Okay, well he's not in there. There you go, let's fix that. Hopefully he'll be around. We need to fix resource locations. That's what we need. Also, my bug seems quite bugged. He's doing like the defense pose continuously. No, he's stopped now. Okay, good. But yeah, check your setup. I mean, you can't have tier 3 armor if you haven't actually managed to kill any scorpions, surely. Doodle Corp, have a good night, mate. Hope you're feeling alright. Do the funky legs. Do the funky legs now. Everybody dance now. Okay, there's no weed thistles anywhere. I've been lied to. Unless they're like really low. I keep thinking I must just drop down, but no. There's one more place at the back there, I swear. But all right, we'll do something different. What else do I need? I'm gonna have to build my base again. I've reset my true world here because I was messing around doing lots of stupid stuff. So I've put it back to day 50, so we can take on Axel and stuff. You get tier 3 snail arm. Yeah, it's in the chest, right? As long as you get a black shovel. Or you blow up if you want to go to that long ass effort. Snail's not even that great though. Is it? I can't remember what it does. I read the cockroach armor where it gains you a bit of extra health from killing an enemy or looting them. I like it, but man, I don't know. It's only got really good edge cases. Obviously being that fighting lots of enemies at once. That's the main one. Yeah, when you need to, yeah, I've not bothered looking for milk thistle for like 3 weeks. The minute I try and find some, nah fam. Get out of here. So are they in the network center? You don't even need the shovel. Yeah, that's right. They're in the chest, right? Salt, maybe salt will come into it. Oh, there's so much stuff, people. People just don't understand. If you'd seen the things I'd seen. I mean, we have got the channel open as long as you're up above level 5. So if you've been despondent about Grounded, you haven't seen lots of leaks videos or anything, but you've completed the game, you really want to see what's next to keep you apparently playing still, come join Discord, come take a look at the data mining channel. The guys there are just whizzes. Jace is like amazing, but the other guys are like novices. Some of them really worked out how to do it. I'm really inspired that I'm going to start so that I know what to do as well for certain things. You don't understand what the updates, Apex. I'm just like grabbing loads of resources. I tell you what, you got banned from your server, probably XT. Was you being a tryhards? I have no time for edgelords or tryhards. That's my one thing. Like, don't come in. I like they're being funny. Yeah, you normally get a message when you get banned. You can send me a DM if you want. Let's do a poll. Let's finish off. I'm. You know what? I've just gone. Bleh. It's not a hate video. I just want to. If Milton watch this, let's do it, son. Let's do it. Come on. Get you millions of views. Maybe I can convince you. Maybe me and Milton should do a let's play together. Why don't we do that? Me and Milton do a Let's Play. Would you guys like to see that? Are you happy with Grounded 2 so far? And you can be honest. Start a poll. Get voting, people. Get voting. I don't know, X. As I said, mate, you can DM me. Once I see your profile name, I'll probably work out why I banned you. But I'm usually pretty good for bans. I don't often let people back in either. Sorry, bud. No edgelords, no tryharding, no insulting or being rude to people on my Discord. I sometimes give warnings, but a lot of times I'll just be like, no. It's not a democracy, it's my Discord. Keep it nice, safe, welcoming place for Grounded fans. And survival. I've completed the mixer yet. Yes, I have. I've done everything. I have done everything in the game. I got 35 hours out of it and I hadn't done the mixer. So it's always baffling me, like people were like, oh, they've done it in 6 hours. I'm like, nah, come on, fam. You must have put it on mild and just ran straight for the Orb Weaver and consider it done. Yeah, I agree, Timber. I agree. Maybe you should come along. I need someone else to referee. We'll get Mudders Chudders. I'm Cade. Tryharding. Tryharding's like people reply back to like every comment someone says, and it's always like silly kind of kid stuff where it's like, no, like it's just being extra, as they call it. Never like really conversing with people, trying to make jokes or trying to be edgy. Mate, you just relax. You can be yourself. I was thinking about this the other day, right? Obviously, Discord can be a bad place for certain things. So if you ever get messaged something inappropriate, you make sure you report them to the Discord you're in. But in a way, Discord is great because there's not many places you get kids able to kind of converse with adults that aren't their parents or family. Do you know what I mean? Like it's because Grounded's the fan base is that type, right? Grounded's fan base is like 12 to 18. And some of my mods have found it a bit hard that I've had like 1,000 people join. And some of the kids are like more talkative. They have a joke. You can have a joke. You can be silly and meme and stuff. But some of them don't get it. And that's fine. But yeah, you've got different places like YouTube and comment sections and all this and everything else. But something about Discord, if you're playing a game where you have got older folks and younger folks, it's just you get a little window into what it's like for younger people. And you get to see younger people be themselves a bit more. The amount of fucking anime girls pictures on PFP pics, and that's fine. Man that just want to describe themselves as this, that, he, him, they, who, her, and it just might be make-believe for them. Like, there's a lot of that. They can express themselves a bit more than probably they can in real life, and I love that. XT, I'm in the official Grounded Discord, so you can message me that way. And next week, yes, Apex. So the Grounded showcase wasn't today, casually Grounded, because they're flying back from Seattle. So from what I think, I do believe we're going to get a release date on the Q&A. There's a Q&A next week on Tuesday, I think, with the game director, and that will be the release date. And I think it's going to be the end of the month. I am going on holiday on like the 18th, 19th. The amount of anime girls. Yeah, they can. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm saying it's good. If people want to do that, they do that. But it's also just good to have chats. Like, you know, I am, yeah. I have always tried to keep my hand, like my son used to my son used to get annoyed with me because anytime like I'd see him and some of his friends, I'd be like talking about like latest memes and stuff. And he'd be like, "Oh, Dad, you're not cool, you know." But his friends loved it. And then it got to the point that I knew more memes than him. Like, "Oh, you seen this? Send it on WhatsApp." He's like, "No." It's like, "Bro, check this one out." I try and get down with the kids, yo, but in a perfectly safe way. Don't cancel me, people. Don't cancel me. The big defense walls, you've got to go and get I think it's the ant chip from Toxic Anthill. Isn't it? Toxic Anthill one? Axel update on the 20th. No, don't say that. I'm dying. I haven't got enough content. I need it. A pet ant colony. Oh no, Amber ants. I'd think I'd be a bit too scared they'd all escape. Doesn't sound like Grounded. He's played a little bit, but that was ages ago. He's 20 now, by the way. The younger son, he's 10. He's still not into it. He plays nothing but Blocks Fruit on Roblox. The boy can just talk to me about all the different Blocks Fruits and levels, and I'm just like, okay, cool. The grass going back when properly chopped down is super annoying. Yeah, it's not growing back, right? Or it is growing back. What is that one? Oh yes, that big plant. Anyway, I'm done. That was my little hour of just got it out of my system. Don't we all feel better now, guys? Don't you all feel better for getting it off your chest? How much you maybe don't like Grounded at the moment, or something you're annoyed about. Apart from that one guy, Nugget, who just seemed to have a bee in his bonnet about all sorts of bullshit. But don't you feel better now? I feel better, okay? It's no hate to other creators. Let's try and talk about shit more often. Meanwhile, 7 Days Die content creators are losing content because of the devs. Well, yeah, that's another thing. Imagine being that fandom where the game's not finished, come out as another game on console to rip players off, and then you keep changing the fucking game. Like, literally changing it every few months, because they are up there with Ark as being some of the worst developers going around it. Chance to laugh back at blows. Yeah, watch it from the start. And yeah, sorry guys, if you've been offended, I don't bitch behind people's backs. I tagged Milton, admittedly short notice, and he nothing's directed towards me. I just took umbrage at his latest video because I thought he was changing. I believed in you, Milton. I believed you might change. Hopefully we can talk it out. I'd love to go through more deeper stuff. And I will be back at some point, maybe on Friday, at some point for a stream, maybe. Otherwise, I've got videos coming. I've got lots of shorts, and I'm going to do my better self with leaks and stuff and try and reduce them a little bit, or at least hide them more.